Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk about the open-ended answers report. And so this report does two things. Almost every survey that you build should have really a question or two at the end that is completely open-ended. Questions like, please provide any additional feedback. What do you consider the most positive aspect of your school? That kind of thing that give the respondent an opportunity to say whatever they want. And so this report simply shares verbatim what the respondents said in those responses. So you can see in this clearly made up data that the responses are listed to each of the questions here. One thing to note is that in this report they are reported in order of length. So the longest answer to each question will be at the top, and then the second longest down to the very shortest. The other thing to note is that these reports really do report anything that is put in those boxes. So a lot of times in these reports, you'll see things like none or NA or nothing, things like that. So just be aware that anytime anyone types anything into those the answers to these questions, that gets on this report. The other thing this report does is it creates kind of a word frequency chart. And so it goes through and looks at every individual word in all of the answers and tells you that which words are used more often than any others. So if they are used at least twice, they'll show up in this list with a graph that kind of shows you the frequency of those words. So that's really the mechanics of this report. The way you use this is a couple of things to note when you're looking at this report as the results of your survey is that a lot of times in the open-ended feedback, negative feedback is amplified. It's just kind of a human nature thing that when people have positive things to say, they say very short, things are great, excellent job, great job, that kind of thing. When there are negative things to say, they end up having a lot more to say. So be aware of that your report will, especially if you are specifically asking for things that could be improved, your report will have responses that kind of the negative feedback is amplified. So that's why it's really important that when you look at the results of this report, and you see things that people are commenting on, both positive and negative, to really corroborate that with the hard data in some of the other reports, to see if what you're seeing is a one-off of somebody that's particularly upset or somebody that's particularly happy, or if that is a trend that shows up across the responses. So there's really excellent information in the open-ended responses. Just as a warning, make sure you kind of corroborate that with the other reports. So that's really all there is to say about the open-ended reports, open-ended answers. If you have questions about this report or any of the reports that we provide, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly at milliganschooldata@gmail.com. Thank you very much.